We live? Aha. Well, good morning, thriving warriors and those who wish they were. Alexa, what is the date and time? Alexa, what is the date? Okay, Alexa's not answering again. Alexa, what time is it? Okay. The date is August 4th, and it is 6:16 in the morning. We're running a little bit late. It's partially because the local horses, walked through the camp. And I just did a video, posted the video of it. So that's kind of cool that you can see the video of 4 horses walking through Camp Rainman this morning at around 6. All right, so here we are, Thriving Warrior. Today is August 4th. The month is flying by very quickly. Seems like yesterday it was August 1st. And our goal here at Thriving Warrior is to help you move from point A to point B, point A, point B, where point B is better. And then once you get to point B, to move to point C and continue making progress. Are you keeping busy? All right, well, today we're going to do a thought experiment, and we're going to talk about Seth Godin. We're 1 minute and 50 seconds into it already. I switched to tea this morning, so we'll see how that goes. Also a lot more complicated to do. All right, thought experiment. Thought experiment. You are, imagine an oak tree seed, which is called a what? Hannah, what is an oak tree seed called? Pistachio milk. What is it called, Hannah? Right. An oak tree seed. No, it's not. Wrong. It's called an acorn. So, imagine an acorn planted in a 2-foot pot. What is going to happen? And it takes root, and it sprouts, and it grows. Eventually, what will happen? If you just keep the clock on fast forward, really high speed, elapsed time camera, what will eventually happen? Will the acorn die? Will the acorn break the pot? Will the acorn, or actually the oak tree, now the oak plant, the oak sapling, I don't know, will it grow and stop based upon the size of the pot? What do you think? Thought experiment. See, animals can't do this. Only humans can do this. Animals don't have the ability to think like that. They don't have enough neurons, as Yuval Harari would say. Oh, there goes the horses walking back across the street. Stopping traffic. Okay, cool. What will happen to the acorn? Will it grow? Will its growth be limited? The video this morning, attached below, by the way, please subscribe to this channel and click on the bell so you get notifications when we post something every morning. You don't have to remember. What will happen to the acorn? In the video this morning, it says the acorn will only grow to the size of the pot. Will only grow to the size the pot allows it to grow. Okay, kind of makes sense. My thought would be eventually it's going to break the pot, but maybe not. Let me turn this off. Maybe not. Maybe it will just grow to the size of the pot. And so that is a metaphor for people. And so the point was the oak tree, which could be a mighty oak tree, is going to be limited by its environment. Plant an acorn in a 2-foot pot. It's only going to grow to the size that pot allows it to grow, and then it will stop. The point was, we too only become great based to the level of our environment. There goes another horse. To the level of our environment. If we are in a nurturing environment, we can go anywhere, do anything, accomplish whatever. If we are in a nurturing environment, if we are in a squandering, what would the word be? A not nurturing environment, a diminishing environment, good morning, Jeff, a not good environment, we are not going to grow to surpass that. We could. Some people have. Oprah Winfrey is a great modern day example of that. But it takes a lot of self-determination and will, because you have to break out of that pot that you're in. You have to break through the environment that you are in. But otherwise, our environment will control us. Stop hanging around with people who are not good. What's one way you can do this? Well, one way you can do this, according to the video, look in the mirror, have a conversation with yourself, and ask yourself, what is holding you back? What is the environment that's holding you back? What have you settled for that's holding you back? And I would say, when I think about our places, the environment is not good. We're doing an experiment at the Oasis right now to see what happens when you put people in a empowering, enriching, nurturing environment, give them the opportunity to do great things. As St. Ignatius, as it was revealed to St. Ignatius in his vision by the Cardinal River, there is a spark. God is in everything. God is in everything. And even in the most unworthy person, there is still a spark of that, say, of the divine. There's a spark, spark of goodness, which needs to be nurtured. I would submit that the places we have, Dennis from Naylor, thumbs up. Hello, Dennis. Okay, cool. Now where do we go? I'm lost. Help. Help, I'm lost. Okay, here we go. Okay, sorry, 9 minutes in, got lost on the screen. Okay, so I would submit that the environment our people are in is not nourishing, not enriching, coming home to the places we have. That's okay if you accept it as such, that that's a limiting thing. But if you accept it as that's the way it is, now you're giving into the size of your pot. Unlike Acorn, we have neurons and we have fingers and legs. We can actually move ourselves from the pot we're in to a better pot. That's what we're trying to help you do here. And we are going to start really focusing and encouraging people to get how important their environment is, to be aware of your environment. And you need to either change your environment or change yourself. So that kind of becomes a Viktor Frankl thing, where he said, something to the effect, paraphrasing, if you can't change the circumstances, when we can't change the circumstances, we're forced to change ourselves. Okay, so we need to become aware of that. That's the Acorn thing. Contemplate that. Think about that. Just spend a little bit of time when you're doing nothing instead of TikTok or listening to you, putting your earbuds in and losing situational awareness of what's going on around you. Instead of doing that, contemplate an acorn in a pot. Okay, next, Seth Godin. This kind of goes to it because people who are willing to accept their pot think, well, maybe there'll be a miracle. Maybe my brother Jesus will save me from this hell that I'm in. And maybe he will. Or whatever else you believe. But waiting for a miracle, every year, tens of thousands of people get into famous college of their choice. It's not unlikely that someone will get in. It's simply not certain that you will. Okay, that's true. Some universities, like Princeton, have, I don't know what the number is, 1,000 people applying for every position, 100 people applying for every opening. But someone will. So getting isn't a miracle. But someone will. So getting isn't a miracle. It's simply a long shot. I'm going to change that. But someone will. So getting in isn't a miracle. It's simply a long shot. If you add a pound a day to the leg press machine at the gym, it's possible to have the ability to press 250 pounds within a year. It's difficult and grueling, but not a long shot. So getting into a top university is a long shot for the average person. Being able to lift more is not a long shot. It's a certainty, but it takes a long time and it's difficult and grueling. Neither of these outcomes requires a miracle. The first might have low odds. The second requires persistence. But a miracle is something that's never happened before and it's not to be counted on. So don't count on a miracle. Get that it's a long shot that I'm going to pull this off. Or if I'm just persistent, I'm going to pull it off. Don't count on it having a miracle because miracles have never happened before. And I think that's probably true, right? The first time it's a miracle, the second time the same thing happens. Is it really a miracle? Not really sure. It doesn't seem like it should be a miracle. What about the third time? How many times before something that's a miracle isn't a miracle? That's kind of like, I think, Clark's first law, second law, where something like science, any advanced technology will appear as magic to people. So, guns appeared like magic. Airplanes appeared like magic. Some say that when the Incas or the Indians of South America saw the ships coming from Spain, they didn't know they were from Spain, but they didn't think they were life-size. I don't think this is true, but they just saw little tiny things coming and it didn't mean anything. I don't think that's true. But anyway, here we are at 1430. So that's about right in our strike zone. And now what? And so did you notice, just by the way, I said, and you thought of or should have gone to Navy SEAL Maxim. Yesterday was the only easy day. By the way, parenthetical thing, Mark Devine posted a very good weekly blog posting, I think he calls it. And I will post that. Anyway, boom, Navy SEAL Maxim. Yesterday was the only easy day. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to someone else. Try to make something happen, as Charlene would say, make something happen. Okay, and with that, I will say at 15:40 and cut. Cut.